Good evening. How was everybody today? I hope everybody had a nice weekend. My Cowboys took care of business yesterday, so I was really happy about that. Hold on a second. I have to kill my volume on my phone. All right. Oh, Bob Sackett just died. 65. That is too young. I'm sorry, but that's too young. 65, you should be dying at 65. All right. Shouldn't be dying young, period. So, anyhow, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I saw my Cowboys took care of business very handily yesterday, which was good. So, very happy to hear that. So, we are going to be talking about what happens when there's no one there to put the fire out. Now, there's going to be a lot more to it that we're going to talk about than that, obviously, but it's going to be like generalized around that type of thing. But anyhow, before we get started with all of that, I just want to remind everybody that this is a very family friendly oriented channel. I would ask everybody to please be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness, and please be kind to each other. And if you cannot abide by those easy, simple rules, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue are going to boot you out of here. So, lots of fire extinguishers. Yeah, right. Um, it's a metaphor, but we're going to get into what I'm talking about with that. Uh, so, anyway, just like I said, be decent and we'll have a nice, enjoyable chat. And if you're not, then you will be gone because we are not going to tolerate that. We want to have an enjoyable chat here. If you have any questions, please all cap locks so it stands out for me. And thank you ahead of time for that. All right. So, this is going to be weird because we're going to get right into topic pretty much right away. I got to tell you one thing. So, uh, I have to fill my other tank separately now. It's not connected with the main tank because I had my plumbing guy set that up for it to be in their house, and then I have the hydrant over by my old tank, and so I normally just take the hose and put the hose in my tank and turn it on and fill it up that way. So it is uh, it is that's not difficult, right? But unfortunately, when all of your water garden hoses are frozen, today I was doing yesterday and today, but more so today. I did like 450 gallons today with 5 gallon buckets. So that was fun. So I'd do like 100 gallons, and then I would let the well recover. I don't want to tax it too hard all at one shot. So I would just let it go do something else, come back, and then do another 100. So I did like 450 gallons of water. So my tank is now full again. It's a 1,000 gallon tank, but yeah, it's no Bob Saget was no, he wasn't Wheel of Fortune. He was a guy on Full House. I think that I think that yeah, bringing 100-foot hose in the house is not going to work. So what I'm thinking, yes, funniest videos. That guy. Yep, exactly. And I never thought he was funny in that funniest videos. I know he thought he was funny, but I never thought he was funny. But anyway, yeah, Full House. I mean, he's a good actor, and they had a good show and all that type of stuff. But yeah, I thought that they should have definitely had somebody else making the America's Funniest Home Videos because he was not funny at all. Um, but anyhow, so just those things that you remember. I remember watching that show and being like, "This dude's not funny. Why is he doing this show?" But what are you gonna do? So anyhow, so yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna get a smaller hose and then like cut it down to like a 12-foot hose and then bring that inside when I do that. But for today, it wasn't. It was warmer today, and then as the day went on, it got colder. I'll tell you what it is right now. I don't even know. Let's see. I think we got up to like 40 degrees today, but yeah, right now it's 29, and it's going to be going down tonight to about 13. So, I mean, it definitely changed. I mean, tomorrow's going to be, I think our high tomorrow is like 20. So, it's definitely going to be a big, big difference. So, but yeah, we got it. The cold is coming back in. So, I was like, I wanted to get that filled up today. So, that's what I was working on. One of the things I was working on today. But, all right. So, let's get into this. Who's going to put the fire out realistically when there's nobody there to put the fire out? So what I wanted to talk about overall is, and I don't think a lot of people think about this aspect of things, but once we have a true SHTF event, which I think we're absolutely heading to, at some point here in the not too distant future, I think what you're going to see happen, and what people don't grasp, along with everything else that we're going to be dealing with, there's no more rescue. There's no more. Nobody else is coming to save the day. So if your neighbors don't step up to help you, or those type of situations, or if you have people that are together to help you, you're on your own. So if there is a fire, and I want you to think about this, you think about all the house fires that happen on a regular basis. If you live in a city, uh, you know, in those type of situations, there's fires all the time. But if there's nobody there to put those fires out, how fast could the potentially that fire spread and not just burn one house, but burn, 15, 20, 30, 100 houses? The houses are set up in rows. I know, like when I lived in Greece, New York, I mean, we had our street, we had houses literally, 15 foot apart. And if there's a good wind going and there's a good storm, if, you don't have somebody there putting that fire out, there's going to be a ton of destruction. And those are things to think about. When you put it into perspective of everything else as well, there's an emergency, something happens. What do? We call 911. Rescue comes out. They hopefully save the day. But realistically, in a post event, no one's coming to save the day. Those are situations you're going to have to learn how to deal with on your own. And that's a scary thing, to be honest with you. That's a scary thing. Think about that. You're having a heart attack. What are you going to do? You're going to make it or you're not. And if you have a big time blockage, you're pretty much screwed. That's the reality. There's going to be people that are going to pass away from very treatable things in a post event. That is a fact. People are going to get infections. They're going to get gangrene because they're not going to be taking care of their wounds correctly. So yeah, and it takes some serious water to put out a fire without a hose. Exactly. So when somebody said fire extinguishers, that's why I kind of like laughed. I'm like, having fire extinguishers is great if you catch that fire early, but if you don't, and then think about this, so your home is where you're going to probably have the majority of your preps if you're prepping. Now that home catches on fire and you lose everything. There's no place to go. If you don't have other people to rely on that can help you out, there is no place to go. There is no one coming to save the day. You're screwed. I mean, literally and figuratively, you're screwed. So that was one of the things that I definitely wanted to talk about as well, is not keeping all your preps in one spot. I have preps in this building. I have preps out in Margie's building. I have preps in the battery room. I have preps in the shop. I have preps in the motorcycle building. They're all over the place and there's stuff also in the greenhouse as well. But you can't keep everything in one spot and think, yeah, everything's going to be fine, because again, things are going to happen. People are going to, you know, it's things are going to come up. There's just that. There's no doubt about that. So unless you have everything completely squared away, what are you doing? I got to show you guys. Just because she is so beautiful. What are you doing? Are you a good girl? I see your tail wagging. Yes, I do. Are you a good puppy? And then, of course, we have, where is he? There we go, Max. Max is sleeping. I know it's shocking. A cat sleeping. So that's my baby right there, though. She really is. Yeah, she's watching her dad. Well, we have, I think it's, yeah, Pandora's right here. Actually, I'll show you guys that too, might as well, right? Turn it so you can see maybe. Where is she? Right here. Where's her head? Her head is right there. But you can't really see it just because of the thing. Sorry. I thought you guys could see that, but you cannot. So that was Miss Pandora. She's down there. And so she can't get over by me. And so that's why she's over on the edge of the couch or edge of the bed looking at me. So you couldn't see her because of the things in the way. So anyway, yes, Hella has me wrapped around her paw. She is she's a very big baby and she's an awesome dog. So what do we got? 565 in the chat, guys. We have 187 thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel, and I do appreciate that. And again, it really does help with the algorithms. Again, it does. So if you have not done it for that reason, do it for that reason as well. It makes a difference in the rankings with YouTube. It pushes us up higher the more interaction that we have. So I do appreciate it for that reason as well. The third reason is I like to see a lot of thumbs up. That's part of the game, of course. And so thank you for doing that as well. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. And maybe people can use portable shower heads in a bucket of water to try to put out fire. It would be, you would have to have some extreme pressure. You would have to have water tanks literally all over the place with some kind of pressure that you could focus on a fire. And most people don't. I mean, that's just reality. I mean, I have fire extinguishers right around where my fireplace is. I also keep water around where my fireplace is, just because, again, you never know. Yeah, see, she wants to come in here. Yep, she wants to come in here, and Hella's or Pandora's not letting it. Well, come on, baby, come and see Daddy. Here's Mr. Caesar. Here we go, Mr. Caesar. Come on, put your head up so everybody can see you. Put your head up. Put your head up. And then we got Hella. They're all children. I think they might have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have your light, please?
Am I supposed to?
I was going to steal it.
Is that working? Make sure it's working. Here, I'll tell you what. Use this one. Don't lose this one. Yeah, but it works good. You got to find out what you did with your other light.
I don't know how I put it. It's disappeared.
All right. Well, go with Heather. Come on, Caesar. Go on. Go on. They're awesome, though. It's funny. Dogs are way more work than cats. I mean, just there's no doubt about that. Dogs are way more work than cats, and they're much more needy. But I tell you, really happy we have all the animals. It's been really, really nice. JJ, thank you for putting up that post. Yeah, guys, Heather is still doing a jewelry thing. So if anybody's interested, JJ just threw up her link for her channel over there. So she's on Etsy with that. So Hella's a brat. She is not a brat. She's a spoiled girl, but she's not a brat. So no, they're good animals, and the cats are awesome too. I love all my cats. So, but yeah, they're just like I said, they're part of the family. That's, if Max is outside and Molly's outside, they follow me around. Do you recommend a storage unit? That's a good question. It really would depend on where it is, to be honest with you. But you got to realize as well, if you have a storage unit and if it's not really close to you, you're looking at a possibility in an SHTF event. You're going to have people going to those storage facilities and cleaning them out. They're going to see what they can find in there. And if you have a lot of really good supplies in there, you're going to see people going in there and, you know, they seem well behaved. No, they're really good. Yeah, they're really well behaved. They listen very, very well. They're really good animals. But yes, so storage unit is a temporary thing. Yes, but not. I wouldn't do it for long term. Uh, you know, Again, the very best thing that you can do, the very best thing that you can do, if you are in the cities, get out of the cities. If you are in suburbia, get out of suburbia, or at least have some kind of a bug out location that you can go to, be part of a group where you can, have somebody that has land someplace, and you can, work with the people that are there, and those type of things. So, you know, when you work together with things, and it always amazes me just the mindset of people that as soon as you talk about that, or you talk about a group and working together, and they're like, oh, nope, nope, that'll never work. You got too many people want to be in charge, and you have it's never going to work. And I love this one too. And then in a post event, they're going to turn on you. Why would they turn? Why would I don't if you have a cohesive group of people that have agreed to work together, and I'm going to just kind of make this point on this. If you have a cohesive group of people, yeah, did you hear about the fire in Colorado last week? Look at all the homes that were burned in that one, and that was wind driven, realistically. So there's a good point. Yes, with that, with fires. But anyway, let me go back to what I was saying. I just saw that. I want to make sure I said, mention that. But if you have a cohesive group of people that have been working together, that have agreed to work together, and SHTF happens, now this is a worst case scenario. The world is never going to be the same as we ever again. And you think that some people think this, that the people that are in that group are going to turn on each other? Are you kidding me? That is the time when those bonds that they have made, those alliances and plans on working together, it's going to get that much stronger because, and I will explain this for those of you that are not understanding, because if you have forged those relationships and you've been working together and you have projects that you're doing together as a team, what happens is it draws you closer together as a family. And then when SHTF does happen, you realize this family of people that you've come together with, that you've agreed to work with, that you know that you can trust, they're going to keep you alive. So you're relying on each other. No one man, no one woman is going to make it all by themselves, thinking they're Joe Lone Wolf. And unless you're some kind of special forces recon, type of person with ultimate training, but even they have to go to sleep sometime. They cannot stay up 24 hours a day. They can't do all the things that they need to do to protect their families. I'm going to tell you what, Achilles' heel of any person trying to be solo Joe with his family, your Achilles heel is your family, because they need you. They need you to be there, to be the one, to be alive, to be able to offer that support. You get hurt or you get sick and you can't do it. Who's going to do it? Who's going to pick up that slack? I mean, I can't reiterate enough. I cannot reiterate enough. It is so important to have people you can rely on, that you can count on, that you can trust. And once again, I will say this, and I know I keep repeating it like it's or beating it like it's a dead horse, but I don't care. I'm going to continue to say it so that people understand, okay? If you are working with people now and forging those relationships, they get stronger, they get better. If you're meeting on a regular basis, they get better, they get stronger. What happens in that post event, now you know I can rely on these people. I can trust these people. Why? Because you've been working together with them. You have a common interest, you have a common goal. And that's what it's really about, folks. It's that common interest and common goal, and it's self preservation. The will to live is so strong. And I'm going to tell you what I have been telling to people that are going to be part of my group in West Virginia. I don't just want to survive when things go to total crap or we have a complete collapse or whatever the case may be. I want to thrive. I want it to be like, oh, the world collapse? Oh, well, what are we doing today? What are we working on today? That's kind of the way I want that to be. Obviously, you would step up security greatly at that point. But realistically, if you have yourself squared away and you have things in order and in place, your world don't change that much. Where everybody else is going to be in complete upheaval. That's what I want, and for whatever reason, I just don't understand how certain people just think, well, these people will turn on you. They'll do this. If you have worked it out ahead of time and you've worked, you know what? You may end up with one or two people that are just not cohesive with the group. So guess what happens? They get shown the door. Sorry, you're out of here. You're not a good fit. We don't want you with us. That's how it goes. You know what I mean? How do you keep the owner from the land from becoming power hungry? Great question. Great question. And I will tell you how you do. It's not. There's a lot of trust involved. Number one, there's a lot of trust involved. But I also am a big believer, a huge believer in black and white, having contracts. So you know where you stand, they know where they stand, and everybody is agreeable to that before they come and they live there. Now, if they're using it as a bug out location, that'll be a different contract. So those are things that, yeah, you definitely have to, you can't just say, oh yeah, I trust everybody and come on in. You can't. You set up a contract with every family, with every group of or individual coming on the property, so it protects them and it protects you. So you don't have to worry about that, you know, power hungry dictator type of situation. That's not what, you know. Then you risk the exile member returning in SHTF and extracting revenge. Okay, great point, Bizarizajiza. But if that person that has been kicked off the group, if they have any idea how strong the group is, they're really not going to. They may try to come back and say, please take me back. And you may have to deal with it at that situation. But that's what you would have to. Again, those are things you have to prepare for. That's why, and again, that's why you have a good vetting process, so you can weed out potential issues from the very beginning. It's really really important to make sure all your T's are crossed and all your I's are dotted, and making sure ahead of time that, yes, these are people I think we can work with. And so, this is here, that's how we are. Okay. So there's a lot to it. I'm telling you right now, I'm doing a lot of research. I'll be honest with you right now. And again, you also have to understand something. And I want you guys to think about this. Okay. So I have my property in West Virginia. I have people that are going to be coming to be part of that group, either as a bug out location or as they want to stay there full time on the property. They're putting a lot of trust in me that I'm going to, yes, I'm going to let these people move here. And so, it goes both ways. There's a huge amount of trust, but there has to be. I think anybody that has watched my channel for any length of time, I mean, I've been on here for 10 years, something in that range, right? Um, if I was full of crap or if I was a BSer, it would have probably been come out by now. I haven't changed. I am still who I am. I'm never going to change who I am. I am honest to a fault. Am I too trusting at times? Probably. You know what I mean? Will I give people the benefit of the doubt? I sure will. Okay. But I do believe that we should all have a chance. And when you find out that somebody is not going to be a cohesive member, they got to go. That's just how it is. They just got to go. So those are things. But again, I can tell you right now, the guys that I already know for sure that are living on my property or that are part of my bug out group already, all right, there's been a tremendous amount of conversations. There's been a lot of questions asked. All those things have come into play, and so we're working on things. And so again, I want people to be. If you're coming to my property and you say, Ed, yes, I'm gonna come to your property. I want to live here. I want to build a little something, and I want to stay here. You know, that's a lot of trust. That's a lot of trust. But at the same time, I'm also doing a lot of trust and I'm taking a chance. Okay. And hopefully it works out great. And I don't see, I can, okay. So I'm trying to explain this so that you guys can understand. I've had two prepper get togethers. I went to Pinball's prepper get together. All right. People, completely different backgrounds, completely different states. But I will tell you this, when we all came together, that like mindedness was the one glue that held everything together. And there was no fights, there was no harsh words. Everybody was getting along, and that's how it should be. What you got to understand is the powers that be, if you will, whoever really truly runs things. And I'm not talking about Washington, D.C., I'm talking about the people that really run things. They don't want us to come together. Because if we come together and we make our own village and we have our own group of people and we're all like minded and we all have each other's back and we're going to go help, this person that needs help. And if this person over here needs help, we'll help them with no expectations that, oh my God, well, now you have to come and help me. That's not what it's about. It's about just helping each other because it's the right thing to do. Having people that I know as neighbors, that I don't have to worry about them stealing my crap, that I don't have to worry about them trying to molest my children. Okay. It's building that. They don't want you to do that. They don't want you to come together because once you can do that and you can figure out, oh, wait a minute, you know what? This works. This works and we can come together and we can live together in peace without any of that other nonsense. Do you think your property is large enough to sustain all your potential group? At this point, yes, but we are absolutely looking to expand down the road. And there is talk with that already a little bit. And I'm not going to jump the gun and say, well, we're going to do this or we're going to do that. But, you know, yes, until there is one. And you know what? TCPTA, right, until there is one. And when there is one, they won't be there long. They won't be there long. I'm going to tell you a little bit about West Virginia, okay? They call West Virginia the Wild West of the North. I was talking to somebody. I'm going to give you an example of something, okay? And this person lived in West Virginia. And this guy had gone to visit them. He told him, turn your phone off. Turn your phone off. I want to talk to you a second. So he turned his phone off. He left it in his truck. He said, do you know how many bodies are buried up in these hills from people that wouldn't mind their own business, or they were banging somebody else's wife, or they were touching somebody's children? Okay. He said, there's a lot. There's a lot of them out there. So I want you guys to think of this. Isn't going to be like the cities. This isn't going to be like suburbia. This is going to be a family unit. And that's what it's going to be, folks. It's going to be a family unit that chooses to live together in peace and harmony. And you know what? You may think that that's a pipe dream. I don't believe that it is. I do believe there's a lot of good people. I think there's a lot of good people that are looking for something to come together where they can have that safety in numbers and be in with people that are like-minded. See, there's the ultimate key. There is the ultimate key, like-minded. And so when I went to Pinball's get together, and I had my two get togethers this last year and 3 years ago, everybody got along. Even at night, when last year, when we were up at Greg's and we had the campfire and people were drinking and maybe they were smoking a little bit or whatever else they were doing, there was no fights. There was no harsh words. It was having conversations with people that didn't think that you were out of your mind, that you had, you could share ideas and like, hey, what about this and what about that? It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. It really, really is. It really, really is. And so, so if you have a group of people that come together that choose to live, and this isn't like a freaking commune. I don't want you to think like this isn't tree hugger hippieville. Okay. If you want to be green all day long. That's great. But this isn't, it's a different mindset. It's the mindset that it's not a bunch of people that go, well, I want to be in charge. It's not what it's about. Are we going to have a committee? Yeah, we'll have a committee. And if they're, so I'm going to give you an example of something. So Mary has a grievance with so and so, and they weren't able to talk it out, right? So Mary comes to the committee and says, I have an issue. I have an issue. And so we say, okay, so we bring Mary in, we bring the other person in, and we sit down like adults and work it out. That's what it's about. It's about squashing that nonsensical crap in the butt. And a lot of times, realistically, most fights and hard feelings and hurt feelings, it's over petty, minuscule crap. But if you have somebody that you can go to is in a committee and air that grievance out and have it heard and have the both parties there and work it out, hopefully, you know, um, yeah, drunken kitchen boxing solves everything. And there you go. But again, it is it's amazing what you can accomplish. It really truly is. And I don't think that yeah, mediator, exactly. And that's what the committee will be. That is what the committee will be. So it works when you're all think alike. You would be surprised how well that can come. But listen to me. People are going to have their differences. They're going to have different belief systems. They're going to have different moral codes, if you will. But as long as we can agree to disagree, and not like do what they do now. You know what I mean? Do what they do now. Um, will the community members also live there? Favoritism could happen. There will be some that are going to be living there. There's going to be some that are using it as a bug out location. Everybody's going to have an equal vote. Things will be voted on, whatever we're going to work on. Okay. It's going to be a vote. This is a democracy, realistically. There will be a committee. Okay. But every family has one vote. So if we say, okay, what do we need to focus on? We want to put money into this or we want to put money into that. So you give them two choices on it. Whatever one wins, that's where the money goes. And that's how it should be. And that way you can't say, oh, well, that wasn't fair. That's not right. And blah, blah, blah. Not a homeowners association. No, it's not like that at all. It's not about, you can't do this or you can do that. No, that's what, not at all. That's not what anything like that. But, you know, it's like-minded people coming together, agreeing to work together, to live together, realizing bad things can happen, bad things will happen, and that we can live in peace together, in trust, and have each other's back, and realize that yes, the Amish community works. It will be like that group of like-minded people. Yeah, exactly. Like it almost, the Amish folks, they take care of their own. They'll watch out for each other. They're a religious sect, obviously. But our group is going to be like-minded preppers being together, and realizing that hey, I can trust these people. They're going to have my back when things get ugly and nasty out there in the world. We're going to hunker down. Uh, you know, so just like I said, it is something that is a very realistic thing. The powers that be never want to see those things come together. They don't want to see them work. I did see that. I talked about that. Susan loves Huskies. I talked about that when I first started the stream. Actually, I got the notification on my phone that he passed away. So, but sounds like a homeowner association. You know what? I'm not even going to argue with you about it. I've already told you. So now you want to no. Open House, Texas. My opinion, meetups are peaceful now, but in a real SHTF, when stress and anxiety are up, many may take a different scenario. Ideally, we would all hope everyone would be level headed. When stress and tension is up, it is different. I agree. I agree 100% with that statement. Thank you so much for the donation. And you're right. In a high stress situation, um, some people will absolutely act differently. So meeting other people, having new people coming in after that type of situation, you had better be really careful. Better be really careful. But I also believe that if you have put together a group of like-minded people and you are working and living together, okay, when that time comes, if let's say you're using my place as a bug out location, you have supplies on site. Maybe you got a little building on site that you come when you come down and you camp out, and and all that type of stuff. When the time comes, I'm naive. Okay, yeah, you, I don't think so. I don't see, and I love this negativity. Thank you for the negativity. It's awesome. You know what? I think you're naive. That's what I think. And I'm not trying to slam anybody. I'm not trying to slam you guys. I have my opinion. And you know what? I'm going to put it together, folks. And if it works, you're going to see it. You're going to see it firsthand. Okay. And like I said, I'm not trying to, you know, but if it doesn't, you'll see that too. But I think you're going to be very surprised. I think you're going to be very surprised. So, all you negative Nancy's, continue to be negative, and I wish you all the best of luck when the time comes. Because while you're by yourself in your house and the mob descends upon you, um, good luck. Have a good time with that. I would rather have 25, 30 people that I know had my back and I have their back. You know why? Because we have forged those relationships and we have been working together. So we will see how that works out. We'll see how that works out. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay. So there you are. You think, you know what? And here's the beauty of this world that we live in right now. Um, yeah, pew pew pointing in every direction. You are exactly right. You are exactly right. That is not, I've always said, the last place that somebody's going to want to try to attack in an SHTF situation is a prepper's retreat. And I want you to think about this. You think about the group that Southern Prepper One has together, and they've showed training videos, and there's a lot of ex-military in his group, and they're working together, and there's training and all those type of stuff, right? You think some of you clowns that are going to be all negative all the time, you think you're going to go there and you're going to take stuff from him? You're going to take that from Southern Prepper One? I don't think so. When the time comes, and I'm not trying, like I said, I'm not trying to berate anybody or belittle anybody. That's not what I'm trying to do. But when you want to sit here and just automatically be negative, I just, you don't know until you try. So let's think about it like that. You don't know until you try. And if I'm wrong, guess what, folks? I will be the first one to come on here. I will be the first one to come on here and say, well, you know what? I was wrong. But here's the other part that a lot of you will never do. A lot of you that are there saying negative. A lot of you will never do. You will never take the chance to find out. I am willing. I am willing to take that chance. I think there is a tremendous amount of good people out there that want to come together, that they would feel better in a group. They would feel better with security, in numbers and stuff like that. And with doing that, like I said, you build those bonds. You really do. If you're meeting on a regular basis and those type of things, it's again, organization, being ready, having people that have your back. There you go. That's how it goes. And so, like I said, you guys can think whatever you want, but a lot of you will never take a chance, and you're going to hide in your little house and think that, well, I'll be fine and everything's going to be great. Well, we'll find out. We'll see who's right. We'll see who lasts. You know, my biggest issue is trusting new people around my kids. And dude, I understand that completely. And that is one of the things, and I think I may have told you guys this. I am doing background checks on everybody. And I'm going to tell you what, it's not even a matter of just background checks, just so you know. I listen to my gut. And if my gut tells me don't trust this person or something not right, maybe they're no record whatsoever, no record, nothing. Okay. But my gut tells me, no, don't bring this person in. Guess what? They're not coming in. And I've never been wrong with listening to my gut ever. So, you may think that that's BS, but you know what? I'm like 100%, 100%. So, yeah, it's going to be individual by individual basis, talking to people, feeling them out, seeing where they're from, where their mind is at, what their goals are, all those type of things. So again, you're always watching, you're looking for, well, first of all, let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you guys this, and I want you to answer me in the comments. Do you think I'm a stupid person? Do you actually think that I'm a stupid person, that I am not going to do my homework, that I'm not going to make sure that the people that I'm bringing into my group are going to be squared away? Because they're going to be around my kids as well. Okay. My kids may be older, but they're still my kids. So I'm going to be taking every precaution that I possibly can. And yes, will you be providing a background check to the group if they ask? Absolutely. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide. I have no issues with that whatsoever. You know, no issues with it. Why would you even say that? But that's okay. I mean, like I said, I'm an open book, folks. Being a nurse, and I've been a nurse since 1995. 1995. If you are not squared away, anything that happens in civilian life will affect you in your nursing career. So, if I went out and got a DWI, that could affect my nursing. Well, not could, it would affect my nursing license. So you have to be really squared away with what you're doing in life and those type of things. So you have to be, so, um, people that are corrections officers. Now, are there good corrections officers and bad corrections officers? Yep, there sure are. Okay. But there's a lot of things that go with this. A lot of things a lot of you don't understand. You really don't. You really don't. I do my homework. Okay. I know what I'm doing. And you know what? Like I said, again, if I'm wrong, if I'm wrong about anything, I'm going to be the first one to come on here and I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I screwed up. And I have no issue with that. I really don't. I don't have any. What do we got? 818 in the chat, guys. We're at 384 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time. I appreciate that. Also, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel as well. So I thank you for that reason as well. So thank you for doing it for that reason. Again, I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. That's just part of the game. So thank you for that reason as well. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon for all notifications as well. I want you guys to think about this too. And when Billy the Kid Norwood made the comment about, trusting people around your kids, I'm going to tell you right now, my kids never spent the night at anybody else's house. They were more than welcome. The kids were more than welcome to come to our house because I was able to make sure that I knew that they were going to be in a safe situation and stuff like that. I actually had other mothers ask me, why, how come you never let Heather come and stay at our house? And so I told them, I said, you want me to tell you the truth? And, generally when I told them the truth, they didn't like the answer. Okay. But it's the truth is the truth. And so, you know, having your kids around a bunch of people that you don't know, that's why you are building those relationships and you're finding out if there's some person that's always hanging around and touching and doing all this type of the kids. I'm watching that. Okay, I'm paying attention, because there's if something is a red flag, I'm going to see that red flag. I told you guys in the past the story about my neighbor when we lived in Greece. In the minute that I met him, I knew something wasn't right about him. I told Heather and I told my wife at the time, do not ever be alone with Jim. I just get a creeper vibe off the guy. There's something not right. Right? What happens down the road? I had just a gut feeling that he was molesting the one daughter. And guess what? I was 100% right. I had no proof of anything. I went to his wife and I told her what was going on. And she goes, how do you know? And I said, I just know. So, yeah, I can sniff that crap out. Trust me. And so, if you think you're going to be all sneaky and deceptive and you've gotten away with it forever, come around me and do that. See what happens. You might end up joining some of those people in the woods. Okay. Just saying. Just saying. So that's one thing I'm telling you right now. That's never going to fly. Not in my group. Never going to fly. So anyway, don't get me on that soapbox now, folks. But no, I just there. The safety of everyone in the group is paramount. The safety of everyone is paramount. Okay, Jen, don't be so pushy. Jen is there. Ed, egg count. All right. So I know we actually got off topic and but we kind of stayed on topic a little bit, which is okay. But um, hold on a second. Let's see what Asa said. You had Spidey sense before it was cool. I've always had that. I can tell. I don't know how to explain it, but I could just always tell. All right, so guys, obviously you guys are putting up your egg count guesses, and I appreciate that. We'll give you a minute to get those up. Again, let's keep that thumbs up coming. Let's get that number up higher. Like I said, we're at 806 in the chat. We're at 457 on a thumbs up. So, all right, let's see. All right, if you had the same exact guess, is Sherry Rucker with 4 eggs. We had 4 eggs today. No thick neck egg today. You know. Oh, yes. You want to show that comment. The real deal said pedophiles almost never stop. Yes, actually, they do stop. When you put one right here, I guarantee it's a guaranteed cure. Guaranteed cure. I promise you, they will never touch another child again. Guaranteed. So, yeah, a lot of you guys had the right guess tonight. Now I think yesterday, thick neck laid yesterday, so I did get an egg from thick neck, and I had somebody. I got to tell you guys, this was great. So they go, well, how do you know what chickens lay what eggs? And they're like with thick neck, and they probably hadn't been watching for a long time, so that they didn't know. Thick neck is my only Easter egger that I have. Thick neck lays a green egg. All the rest of my chickens lay brown eggs. So I don't know what other chickens lay what eggs, but I know if I don't have a green egg in the nesting boxes, then I know thick neck didn't lay an egg. So, oh, but yeah, that's But that was a good question because he didn't know. He's like, how do you know if she's laying or not? So, but that's how I always know. She's my only Easter egger. She's one of my favorite chickens. She really is. She's a trip. And she is Goliath's number one squeeze, just so you know, too. No, there won't be any castration for them, Sarah. There's only one cure. Only one cure. Guaranteed, and it's like I said, it's a guaranteed cure. It works fantastic. So yeah, she is an anaconda, I believe. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, fertilizer. I like that. Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't want to sully the soil. But anyway, guys, getting back to what we were originally talking about. I know we got off track, and you got to understand, I am very passionate about what I plan on doing. Very passionate about what I plan on doing, and you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to be part of it. See, there's the beauty of it. There's the beauty. If you don't agree with me, if you don't think it's going to work, and you want to be all negative, and you think that yes, rapist as well, absolutely, absolutely, they get the same treatment because it's not about sex for them; it's about power and control. So they get the same treatment. Like I said, if I am wrong, I would 100% be the first one to come on here and say, guys, I've been duped. I'm a fool. I made mistakes. And guess what? I'm going to make mistakes. But I can almost guarantee you that, let's say, I'm going to actually say 9 out of 10. If I'm right 9 out of 10 of the time with people, I think that'd be a pretty good percentage. And I think that with proper screening, weeding out the bad actors, going with my gut. Um, Everybody's getting interviewed. If you want to be part of the group, everybody gets interviewed. So, that's just if you're old enough to sit down in that chair and you can talk, I'm going to talk to you ahead of time. So if it's a family, let's say there's a family and there's five of them, mom, dad, and the kids. All right. Everybody's getting a question. Everybody, because you want to see where the kids' minds are at, what they think about the whole situation. Do they want to be part of it, and all those type of things. And here's the thing: is you're not interviewing those kids alone. Mom and dad are right there. Okay, mom and dad are right there. So that's what I'm talking about. You break it down. You break it down, and you really before you say, yeah, we would like you to be part of our group. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm trusting everybody with my entire family. I mean, my mom's 78 years old, my sister, my daughter, yeah, I'm trusting you with my family too. So you better believe I'm going to make sure that you are not a bad actor or you have bad intentions or you're like have underhanded things that you plan on doing. Because that's not what we're going to have. You know what I mean? That's not what we're going to have. So, again, what I would always say to anybody that is negative that wants to say anything in that venue, watch and see what happens. And if I'm like I said, and if I'm wrong, I'm telling you right now, guys, I'll be the first one to come on here and say, yeah, you know what, I made a mistake with so and so. They weren't right for the group, so they were asked to leave, and that's how it's going to be. Nobody's going to be staying there that's not doesn't belong. So mom's doing great. Mom had COVID. I think you guys, I think you guys knew that, and she got recovered from it. And lo and behold, she survived without getting anything like this. And imagine that she built up those natural antibodies. What a concept. So, and I want to tell you what. Let's be honest. My mom falls in a ton of risk groups. She's elderly. She's 77 years old. She is too heavy. I'm going to say it nicely. I wasn't going to say she's fat, but mom is way too heavy, and she's diabetic. So there's three things right there, and she has compromised lungs. She normally gets bronchitis, and she drinks beer. She don't drink that much. She doesn't drink that much. Um, Cowboys are a third seed. Okay, they'll play San Francisco in Dallas. Cool. All right, thanks, Billy DeCata. I knew that they probably went up one when the Rams lost. So, but again, it is you have to understand. It's like she's in all these worst case scenario risk groups, and she got sick and she survived. I honestly believe that when you are born, the day you're born, the day of your death is already written. I honestly believe that, and we are just on that journey to that time. And so, we do what we have to do. And, to me, I'm going to live. I'm going to enjoy this ride that I have been so granted on this earth, and we'll see what happens. Do you have any health conditions, Ed? I do not. I have none. I take no. I mean, I'm a cancer survivor. Anybody that watches this channel knows that. If you're newer, I had cancer. I'm 6 years clean now as of July. But that is the only thing that had. I take no medications. So yeah, I have no underlying health issues whatsoever. And so we just we I try to be as healthy as I can be. I'm active. I'm always active. There's nothing I'm not sitting around and I'm going to tell you what, that is going to be one of your keys in anything. If you stay active and if you stay busy and you keep your mind occupied and you give yourself projects and you're studying this and you're studying that and you're always working on something else, what is that old saying, idle hands is the devil's tool? If you stay busy, you're too tired to get into mischief. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at with that. And I like to be busy. I like to be working on things. I like to see things coming together. So it's are the housing going to be close together or spread out? They would be spread out. People would have, there's plenty of room for people if they're using it as a bug out location to put in a small, little cabin that they could come down there and spend a weekend and have a wood stove in there and all those. Yeah, idle hands are the devil's playground. Thank you very much. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. And that's exactly what it is. If you stay, what's your latest project? Right now, being wintertime, I'm just doing things just to maintain here at the homestead in New York. And many hands make light work. Yep, absolutely, nature girl. You're 100% correct. And that is, you know, that is when you have a group of people working together and you have a project that you're working on. If you have a bunch of people doing it together, bam, it comes together like that. It's amazing. It is amazing. So, and there's always something else to learn. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty. None of us know everything. Everybody brings something different to the table. Everybody brings something different to the table. And I think that is a really positive thing. I think that's a really positive thing. So, yeah, I'm just getting ready for the spring. I once I get down to West Virginia, folks, it is going to be, excuse the expression, balls out. It's going to be very, very, you know, Ed, your mom is tough. That counts for a bunch. Oh yeah, mom is not a quitter. Mom is not a quitter at all. She likes to get up and go. And she has told me, she said, I've slowed down. And I said, yeah, it happens, Ma. I mean, you're 77 years old. It's bound to happen. I can honestly tell you, yeah, my mom is on insulin. Yes, she is. Yep. So, but you know, I've slowed down. I can't go like I could go at 25. I mean, it just that's a reality. As you get older, you can't go like you could go before. I do pretty good though. You know what I mean? So, will you take fat people in if they are trying to get healthy? Asking for a friend. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, that's fine. You already know the answer to that. You already know the answer to that. Heck, I'm fat. What are you talking about? I'm overweight. So, I'm taking me in. We got mom coming. If it was no heavy people, mom would have to stay in New York. So I'm just being sarcastic, but no, it's all good. It's all good. And I can tell you this: if you come on down to West Virginia and we all take a daily walk, I will guarantee you will lose weight, or you're going to drop on the ground. We walk down to the creek and come back, and then do another walk. Believe me, believe me, you're gonna be like, oh my god. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm really really excited for this next adventure. I really am. And like I said, it's the beauty is, the best part is if somebody wants to be part of this adventure, we're gonna talk. That's how it's gonna go. And you know If they don't, why do you care what we do? Why do you care? You know what I mean? I just like when I was seeing the negative stuff, and that's fine. Like I said, you have the right to your opinion. We're going to show you differently. Like I said, that's how I truly believe that we're going to show you differently. We're going to show you that like-minded people can come together, that they can live in peace, that they can work together on projects and bring things to fruition and grow it. I want you to think about this canning. Let's talk about canning for a second, real quick. And then we're going to do some shout outs in just a minute. Let's say it's canning season. If you got 25, 30 people all canning together at the same time, you know how fast that'll go? You know how fast that would just come to be like bam. It'd be amazing. And that's what I want to put together. I want to put together that community that says, hey, let's get ready for winter. Let's work together. Here we are. We're here for each other. It's not just about one individual. It's not about just your family. When you become part of the collective, if you will, it's a bigger picture than that. And that's if you don't have that mindset, you might as well go on down the road and go do what you got to do because you're not going to be part of us then, and that's okay. You know what I mean? And like I said, I wish you all good luck. I really do. I want to see everybody survive. I do. I want everybody to survive. So I'm trying to teach people and show them tools of how they can utilize things and to do it to help themselves. And when we put this community together down there, I'm going to show you how people should be living their lives and how they should be working together. That's what I plan on doing. And so, you know what? If it don't work, you guys are going to see it firsthand. So that's the beauty of it. This is going to be an open book for this. So uh yeah, oh, you're talking about the wood stoves. Yeah, Pinball he didn't get good information. And I believe that he did come back out and say that it was wrong, the first video that he had done. And I 100% respect that. I never ever came on here and said, "Oh, Pinball was a liar." I said when I first heard that information, I said I'm going to have to check into that because I don't know if it's true or not. I checked into it; it's not true. They're not doing a ban on wood stoves in New York. They are definitely wanting wood stoves to be more efficient. You're never going to get rid of wood stoves in New York. It's never going to. I don't think in my lifetime you're not going to see it happen, simply for the fact that there's too many people that live out rurally out there, and you know that's how they heat their homes. So hey, Asif, 1 second after should be required reading before joining. Yeah, you know what? That's an awesome book. The whole series, all three of the books were just absolutely fantastic, and it gives you an insight. But you have to understand too. I know it's easy, and I know we get trolls in here and people trying to stir the pot and all that type of stuff, and that's fine. And that's fine. That's going to happen. Okay, that's going to happen. But those are the people that are going to do nothing. They're not going to prepare at all. And then when the time comes, they're going to cry the loudest. That's the reality. You, you got to get a cat. I'll show you guys real quick. He moved. I was just showing you Max. Oh, Mr. Buddy. Little bitty petite buddy. Oh my goodness.
He's like, no, I want to stay with Heather.
No, he's just, ow. Easy now. Come on. Hey, he's digging into my shirt. What are you doing? Why are you angry? He likes his own way. Hey, be nice. Okay, take him. He's in the mood.
I can see that.
Yeah, he is. I don't think he wants to be with you either,
I
Heather.
know. Let's see. You can like see him a little bit better now.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is a big boy. You better let him down. He's like,
he wants water.
oh,
so
does he?
That's who's at the door.
Ah, okay. So, hi, Heather.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
It's nice to see you.
Yes, I figured I'd come in before the
End of the stream.
over.
Yes, it's we're winding it down at this point.
Hmm.
You and Caesar came to say hi.
I guess so.
All right, guys. So what we got to do now, we have to do our shout outs for other channels. All right. So we will. I don't know where Stella is. Stella's hiding someplace.
Well, she was on my bed, and I just forgot to grab her as I walked by.
Okay. Well, there you go. So, um, yeah, JJ's throwing Heather's link up there again for her Etsy account where she's making jewelry. How many things do you have posted at the moment on your Etsy account, Heather?
I don't know, cause I have one listing that has like 6 bracelets on it, but like, so the total listings I think like 7 or 8, but the items are higher than that.
Okay, so you got a bunch of items on there.
Yep, and I have more items that I've made that I just have to take photos of and all that.
I see.
So,
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that.
you asked.
I know I asked. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I love the ornaments. They were awesome. I don't know if you saw on his Instagram, but he posted a
Yeah,
tree with them on.
yeah, I posted the pictures with them on the Christmas tree.
And I like the bracelet too. So thank you.
So, all right, let's do our shout outs, guys. We're time is going to fly by here if we don't get rocking and rolling.
All right, well, I just want to pop in and say hello.
All right, well, thank you, dear.
Yeah.
All right, so we have Icky Can up in Canada to start out with. Really enjoy his channel. He's a good guy, very down to earth. We have, let's go with Canada first. We'll try to get Canada. We have Canadian Prepper. We have Sean James, My Self Reliance, and also he has the Sean James channel. So he has the two different channels. The other channel up in Canada that I really like is Steve Wallace, Camping with Steve. Steve went from 400 and I think 50,000 subscribers this year to 800,000. So he had a really huge jump up there. So good for him. And I like his channel. He's very down to earth. He does a lot of stealth camping, and he's just a fun guy. He's just drinking his step twos and on all that type of stuff. Uh, you have Alaskan Prepper up in Alaska. You have Alaskan Granny as well up there, and so real good channels there as well. You have Corporal's Corner. You have Green Greg's Pinball dealing with poison ivy. He had to cancel a live stream the other day because the poison ivy is getting him pretty good. I hope he can get past that. That is no fun, no fun whatsoever. Kyle's Cabin, he's doing a lot of really cool stuff up in Minnesota. And speaking in that area, we have Bush Radical and we have Girl in the Woods. Two different channels, husband and wife, really cool people. I like them a lot. You have Doug and Stacy, Southern Prepper One. You have Gray Man Prepping. There is Suspicious Observer is another channel. It's a really good channel. Magic Prepper up in North Dakota. You have Marfugal News out on the West Coast, out in Seattle with Ryan Hall, y'all. Love Ryan Hall, guys, too. He is awesome. We have Bushcraft Bear over in the Canary Islands in La Palma. And he is a good dude too. He kept everybody updated what was going on while the volcano was erupting, and I thought that was really cool. You have let's see, Angry Prepper, of course, can't forget him. You also have let's see, Bjorn Hansen is another good channel. He just crossed a half a 500,000 subscribers for him. You have the kids also down in Panama with the nomadic movement. They're back down in Panama now, and they're getting going with all of that situation down there. So, Les Stroud, yes, I've always liked Les Stroud. He was one of the first guys that I had watched back in the day, and showing different things, and that was really cool. A lot of good information out there. A lot of stuff that we can take in and look at, and you know really learn from different people. Everybody brings something different to the table. Also, you have Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Love Diamond. I think he gives out a lot of great information. We have North Shore Preparedness on the channel here also as well. You have Northern Prepper One as well. So Asa says 48 hours is written by the same author as 1 Second After, and very interesting read. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that information, Asif. I do appreciate that, and I will have to check that out as well. But like I said, there's you have Survival Lily. There's Joe from St. Bernard Acres. There's so many channels out there, honestly. And I think, like I said, again, I think we should all be supporting each other. I think it's really important to do so. And We do that, and it brings everybody up, and we should always be trying to lift everybody up, and I think that that's important to do that. So, but yeah, so that's I guess we'll call that it for today. I probably missed people, and I do apologize if I did. Bizarizajiz, yes, I'm sorry. How could I forget him? So yeah, it's you know. Oh, the Green Dream Project out in Arizona as well. Deep South Homestead, another one. You guys keep popping all these names up here, and I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So but yeah, there's, like I said, such a different variety of information, and people look at things differently, and I think that that's important to be able to, if you can get, and this is, I'm going to use one of Doug's things from Doug and Stacy. Get a nugget, get some information that resonates with you. I think that that's important, because you may be like, man, I didn't think about that, and I think that that's important to be able to glean that different information off of different people, and they look at different things, and I think that that's really, really cool. Like I said, nobody looks at everything the same way. Bear Independent, yep, there's another one. The Uneducated Economist. Okay, I'm done giving shout outs. uh, but anyway, stay on course, keep prepping. Prepping is the most important thing. It really, truly is. And, you know, you are helping not only yourself, you're helping your family by prepping. You may be the only one that is the prepper in the family. That's how it happens a lot of the times. But if you're looking at the bigger picture and you realize why you're doing it, I think that that's a good thing. That is a really good thing. And that's what we should all be, like I said, that's what we should all be doing. Getting ready the best way that we possibly can, being prepared when that other shoe drops, which at some point it will. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I don't make predictions and say it's going to be this event, that event, or the other event. None of us know. None of us know. We just got to try to stay diligent, keep doing what we're doing, and give yourselves the best advantage that you can. And if you don't do that, if you do nothing, and if you come on channels like mine or other channels and just want to troll and think that you're funny and all this type of stuff, I wish you, like I said, I wish you good luck, because you're going to need it. You're going to need it. But if people listen and help themselves so that they're not victims, then I've done my job. And that's what I'm hoping for more than anything else. I'm hoping that people pay attention, that they're doing something to help themselves when the time comes. The simple thing like having 2 weeks worth of food and water gives you such an advantage over the majority. 93% of the population are not prepared for a 2-week disaster. Scary. That's scary. And so if you just did that and you did nothing else, you're giving yourself a huge edge, because you're giving yourself a cushion to be able to be ready to think, to figure out what my next move is, where am I going, what am I doing in those type of situations. Now, if you were better prepared beyond that, it just helps you that much more. So yeah, the 93% will lose it. Absolutely. They're going to be, you literally, folks, and this is we're 9 meals away from anarchy. 72 hours. 72 hours. If you have a bug out location that you're going to for safety, I would suggest you get there as soon as you can. As soon as you can. That is going to be a huge part of it. As soon as you can, get there. If you have like-minded people that are already there, living there, you know that you get there, you're going to be in that much better shape. So, but there's going to be a lot of victims, and there's going to be a lot of angry, desperate people out there, and a lot of scared people. And like I've told you a bunch of times through the course of me talking through these years, the most dangerous person in a post event is somebody who is scared and desperate, because they have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose, so they don't care. And if you have something and they feel they're entitled to it or that they need it, they're going to try to take it away from you. So you're going to have to make sure that you protect what you have as well. That's a big part of prepping, being able to keep what you have. You could be prepped out the wazoo, and if you have no way to protect it, the first bad actors that come along are going to stroll in and take all your stuff. So think about that too. That's a big part of it as well. You know what I mean? So just something to share, something to make your mind hopefully click and realize that, not everybody's going to be nice. Not everybody's going to play nice in a post event. Most people are not going to play nice in a post event. So, you know, just putting it out there, folks. Just putting it out there. So anyway, let us do this at this point. First of all, I'm going to ask again. What are we at? 604 in the chat. We're at 556 on the thumbs up. So if you have not, if you've not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so to show support for the channel, and I do appreciate that ahead of time. So thank you. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithms, and I thank you for that as well. I'm hiring Heather, and we'll buy her a pallet of axes. There you go. Yeah, she will be the axe throwing instructor. That will be her job. That's funny. Um, Again, also it helps with the algorithms. I'm also, like I said, I like to see a lot of thumbs up. So I haven't put a number on here yet tonight. We're getting down to the end of this. Let's say let's throw a number. Let's say 650. Let's see if we can hit 650 thumbs up. We're at 580 now, so that's another 70 to go. Hey, Margot, or Mario, I'm sorry. Thanks, Ed. It will happen someday. There's just too much wrong with the national debt, riots, economy, illness, etc. Something is coming. I agree 100%, my friend. I do. It's very, very scary times that we're living in. Very scary times that we're living in. And thank you so much for the donation, and I do appreciate that. And your statement is right, spot on. I don't disagree with anything that you said. It will be something. Something has to give at some point. That's the unfortunate part. So, anyway, let's do this part right now. Let's see when we're shooting for 650 on a thumbs up. So let's get that number up there. We're at 594. So 56 away. We are legion because we are many. We are the good legion, like the American legion, like a Roman legion. We're all over the country. We're all over the world. Where is everybody from tonight? Where is everybody from tonight? Campbell, Missouri, West Virginia, Christmas Valley, Oregon, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, BC, Canada, Beech Grove, Indiana, South Carolina, Pueblo, Colorado, Connecticut, Cape Cod. Let's see. Western New York, Indianapolis, Indiana, South Carolina, South Dakota. We have Maine in the house. We have Pennsylvania Wilds, Minnesota, Eckhart, Indiana, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, South Jersey, North Carolina, Baja, Mexico. Very nice. Ozark, Alabama. Welcome. Ulster Park, New York, Somerset, Pennsylvania, Franklin County, Ohio, Raleigh, North Carolina, Colorado, Hiawassee, Virginia. I hope I said that right. Minnesota, Troy, North Carolina, Highlands of the Highlands of California, Nowhere, Oklahoma. How you guys doing tonight? Glad you're here. Waterloo, New York, Fort Worth, Texas. We have Quebec in the house because I'm not even going to attempt to say the rest of that. I have no idea. Southern Indiana, Central Pennsylvania, Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Dayton, Ohio, Essex Junction, Vermont. We have Texas is in the house, Western North Carolina, Fort Myers, Florida, South Australia. Glad you're here. Waterville, Maine, Southern California, Lake East, Ohio, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Nova Scotia. You guys just, I don't know if you saw her just jump up there. Miss Stella just jumped up. North Queensland, Australia. Very nice. Possum Grape, Arkansas. Waterloo, New York. Navajo Nation in Arizona. Glad you're here, Burn Notice. Let's see. Victoria, Texas. Long Beach, Mississippi. Pittsburgh. South Dakota. Pittsburgh. Long Island, New York. So again, guys, we are all over the country. We're all over the world. We're a huge network of people. We are the ones that truly can make a difference. Now we can make a difference by guidance, teaching, hopefully reaching people so that they wake up and realize how fragile our system really truly is. You don't have to be a prepper. You don't have to be a prepper to see what's going on in the world and realize that we are at a very precarious situation and we're on an edge. That's scary. If that don't scare you, I don't know what would. But so you don't need to be a prepper for that, but you better wake up. You know, you really better wake up. You better be as ready as you can be. What do we at 619? So we need 620. We need 30 more thumbs up, guys. We want to hit 650 here before we jump off. So let's 30 more to go. But first of all, before at this point, I want to thank all my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job keeping the chat clean. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. And thank you for all that you do, stream after stream after stream. I also want to thank my subscribers to the channel. I appreciate you guys being here and stuff like that. I do want to remind everybody that I will be doing a members only live stream for hardcore preppers tomorrow. And that will be at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So if you would like to be involved in that, you go to my main page on YouTube here, you hit join and become a hardcore prepper if you would like to be in it. It's very, very personal. We've had some new members join recently, which is awesome. Like seeing fresh blood in there, and it's much more personal. And I'm able to answer any questions that anybody has. We have good talks there, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So if you would like to be part of that, you can. Some of you are going to say, "Well, I can't afford that." Well, then you don't have to be. I'm still going to live stream 3 days a week, no matter what. I'm just saying, if you want to be part of that, you can be. So just putting that out there. All right. I'm not going to say how many have joined. That's private. So people that are in there know. So, but it's a good time. We have a really good conversation. So that's going to be tomorrow at 8 o'clock. So what do we at 6:32? So we need 18 more thumbs up, guys. 18 more thumbs up. All right. So anyway, I want to remind everybody that we really truly are all in this together, that we are one race called the human race. We really are. If we could ever get past that and past all the nonsense, we would be in such better shape as a world, as a society. And that's going to make all the difference in the world. It really will. So I'm missing something. What did JJ do? Are you serious? That's insane. I missed something. I missed something here. You hear her? What's going on? Can you not get to daddy? So, anyway, stop letting them divide us. Here she comes. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Stop letting them divide us. That's, it was Hella. Of course it was Hella. She's very vocal. She just wanted to be over here next to her dad. So, I'm not going to tell you where I'm going to be at in West Virginia, guys. That's not information I'm sharing. I have dealt with so much crap here. I'm sure that the people that hate me will find out, and we'll deal with it at that point in time. So, but I'm not going to give out that information. So just putting that out there. So anyway, again, remember also hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day, every single day how we feel. So we're at 6:45. We need 5 more thumbs up to hit 650, guys. I know you guys can do it. So 5 more thumbs up. Yeah, make the trolls work for it. Also, we just hit the next 100. So we're at 98,100. So we are now 1,900 away from 100,000 subscribers as well. And obviously, you guys know that once I hit 100,000 subscribers, I will have STD tattooed on my back. Well, I'm having it on my back. That's where I've decided to have it put. So just so you guys know. So definitely going to be doing that. And we are getting closer to that happening. So STD, why STD? Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to accomplish in life, you can do it. The only person, the only one that will stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. You stay positive. You stay away from negative people that are telling you what you cannot accomplish, what you cannot do, right? Like we had in the stream tonight. It'll never work. It's not going to happen. People won't come together. We will see. We will see. But I will tell you this. This I guarantee you. I will take the chance. A lot of people will never take the chance. That's the difference. That's the difference. Willing to take the chance. And if you take the chance, wow, it's amazing. Sometimes really good things happen as a result of that. I can't wait for you guys to follow our journey down there. And I think it will be very, very cool. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But guys, again, when I talk about the different things with prepping and all those type of stuff, I'm not just trying to blow smoke up your behinds. I'm trying to help you. And some people, you've seen it even in the comments tonight. Some people are never going to be helped. They don't want to be helped, and that's okay. Ed, will you have a school set up for kids? If people want to do homeschooling, they're absolutely going to be able to do that. And I think it's probably the better way to go than putting our children in this system that's teaching them to be afraid all the time, that they have to be, separated and not touch and hug and kiss each other. I think that is definitely a bad thing, Yes, and that's Raven Laughs just said, get your books now. Get as much knowledge as you possibly can, because when the time comes, you're going to need to have things to refer to. The internet is not going to be there. So get your books, get that information, and get it squared away. So, all right, guys, listen. I am going to jump off here. We're at 667, which we obviously blew past 660 or 650. So I appreciate that as well. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. I do appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being here. Again, live stream tomorrow, members only, hardcore preppers. If you want to be part of it, you know what you got to do. All right. So I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great night. Be safe and go Cowboys. All right. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now. Oh, and I forgot. I should probably bring this up too. Let's go, Brandon. Got to go. Let's go, Brandon, right? Just because it pisses people off. All right. I'll see y'all later. Bye.